this is the second episode of our podcast, Raising and Thriving. And like I mentioned in the previous podcast, it's designed for women who are trying to navigate through pregnancy, their pregnancy journey, the journey of motherhood, as well as postpartum. And yes, fathers are not left behind, because they make up this journey as well, right? So, and I have here with me today my amazing friend, who is a mother to a very sweet boy and a wife to a very good husband, a very good man. So yes, I have here with me Judith. Hi Judith, it's nice to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes, we're happy to. As you can see, she's very beautiful.
Yes.
You can imagine what her son looks like.
Thank you.
All right, so today we'll be talking on mental health and how it affects mothers and how it affects mothers during pregnancy and also postpartum, especially after they've given birth. That's of course postpartum. For me, I would say that I was scrolling through TikTok recently and I saw a woman who was pumping breast milk, right? She just showed us the amount of breast milk she pumps a day. And while I was watching it, she pumped like 58 ounces of, and I think that's a lot. That's almost, the 250 ml feeding bottle. That's like times 7 of it.
People are blessed.
Yes, according to her, she's an overproducer. How do you call it exactly?
Yes.
So when she saw it, I thought about my life, because I don't want to say I've been feeling very sad about the fact that I've not been producing much. But when I went to the comment section, I saw people like me.
You're not the only one. In fact, I feel like people like her are like 1 in 100.
A million.
Yes.
Okay, 1 in 100.
Yeah, so it's not, I think the majority of women are not overproducers. She's blessed.
She's blessed. So when I saw somebody saying she produces like 3 hours or 3 ounces in per this, I'm like, oh, that's me. That is me.
I can relate to this.
I can relate to this. And I saw a lot of women like that talking about, someone even said, not me watching this when I just finished pumping like just 30 ml. And I'm like, okay, we are in this together.
Okay.
You understand? So I can imagine how something like that would have affected me if seeing someone like that, and then I can't relate to that. So you understand? So I get to understand that pregnancy, for one, separately, then postpartum sort of affects a woman's mental health. So I would like you as a person to speak from your own experience. How has that sort of affected you or affected your mental health?
Yeah. So postpartum depression is a very, very big thing. Okay. Women have, I think they say postpartum blues. They call it a lot of things. It's so serious. A lot of people just they lose their mind. We have a lot of mothers who would even want to abandon their children. And some people actually abandon the children and just move because it's just too much for their mind to handle. For me, okay, let me bring it down to how my mental health was during pregnancy. Okay. So when I got pregnant, I knew that I was going to have a lot of opinions, a lot of people would talk. So what I did was that I didn't tell anybody. The only person that knew I was pregnant was my husband. Oh my God. So for the first 3 months, we didn't tell anybody. It was just between us. Okay. I didn't even tell my mom. I think my mom was even one of the last people to know. And the reason why was because I did not want anybody to tell me anything. I just wanted to go at my own pace. I don't want anybody to be like, you're pregnant. You should not carry this. You should not eat this. And it helped me because it wasn't bothering me. I was just doing my life
there was no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Nobody knew. I was just living my life. The only thing I was worrying about was, okay, am I doing this right? Should I be doing this? Should I speak to somebody?
Should I be eating this?
Yeah, but I had like low risk pregnancy. Like there was nothing to worry about so much.
Thank God for that.
I was reading a lot, Google, and then my flow with, I think I told you that time.
Yes,
when you get pregnant and you sign in, flow just make like graduate you to this part of flow where you get other opinions from other mothers.
Very true.
The only problem I had was that I was reading a lot of that and I was overthinking a lot of things. I'm like, hey, what if my baby is this? But I was just feeling. Then when I now told them, I remember there was this day, someone walked up to me and was like, you're painting your nails. Do you know that pregnant women are not supposed to paint their nails?
My God.
It dampened my spirit so much. And I was like, I just want to look good. And I felt so bad. And imagine if I told them from earlier. Then
You
I
probably
was even still doing my omage proper. So you could have imagined the opinions I would have been getting
flying
then.
around.
So it dampened my mood, and it was on a Sunday, and I thought I looked good. And then somebody walked up to me and was like, "You're painting your nails. Hope you know that as a pregnant mother, you're not supposed to be painting your nails. It's
Why
not
and
good.
how?
They've not told you. Okay, you've not started antenatal. That's why they've not told you." And it just made me feel bad. Look at me, I'm already looking, I feel ugly.
Bloated.
And you're not telling me that I should not paint my nail. The one thing that is making me feel good. So you can imagine from then, you're already like very, very stressed. And I think the other thing that affected me was I was becoming conscious of how I look.
Oh, yes.
In fact, I'd not even started having stretch mark. I was already worrying about it. I'd not even started looking, having big face, swollen face. I was already worrying about it. I was spending extra time in the mirror, like, oh, okay.
How is my face
and
looking?
then my
Am I having
like,
acne?
Nobody will even know. You know, my husband. Nobody even knows you're pregnant. And then I'm like, this man will just keep lying to me. So even if he's like, you look good, I'm like, you have to say it. You're my husband.
Because it's not what we are seeing, right? It's not what we are seeing.
So I was just stressing unnecessarily, and then I don't think I really experienced any like serious mental breakdown.
Okay.
Just worry and anxiety, and well, I just went through that phase. Then I entered the postpartum
phase. Oh,
that was
God.
when the mental. In fact, my mental health is non-existent. In fact, I don't even follow people to even well, because you feel like, okay, when I get through the first stage, that's the newborn stage, it gets better.
It gets better.
Doesn't.
You can imagine. Thank you for being sincere. No, thank you for being sincere. It's the truth. Thank you.
In fact, I'm like, I miss when my baby was small and I didn't have to worry about running around, after
crawling
him.
and jumping and having to fall and all of that.
And then it gets to another stage where you start to detach. Like today, I had to come to this podcast, and then my baby probably knows that I was leaving the house. He became so extra clingy, literally holding my leg. And when I left, I opened the door to go out. I went back again to carry him because I'm not having detachment issue. You see, so it never really ends. Like I'm away from my baby, but I'm still thinking that. Okay, is he fine? Are they going to feed him?
I'm sure if you had your way, you pause this podcast and call your husband to be sure that he's okay.
As soon as I got here, I called my husband. I was like, how is Kion? He was like, oh, he just went to bed. He's just sleeping now. I'm like, please, when he wakes up, please, can you feed him? Because I'm so worried. I can't wait to go home because I feel like nobody can take care of my child as much as I would. So a lot of that, it never really ends. And for me, I know I've shared this with you, but probably I'll just share here. As soon as I gave birth, I feel like I wasn't prepared.
Oh.
I wasn't prepared for like what postpartum was going to be like. I don't think you can ever study enough or listen to enough of people's experiences because everybody's experience is different. We hear people who in fact, our parents, the people who had children before us, they didn't even make it easy. They made it sound like, oh, we are all Hebrew women. As long as you are praying, everything is going to be all right. God will make it easy for you. You just give birth.
You just push.
So, in fact, from the labor room, when I started laboring, that's when I knew that they lied to me. And in fact, my sister-in-law would be like, Juju was just saying, they did not tell me.
What's the truth?
The people did not tell me this one. No, I've not been a mother before. This is my first time. Because right from when they were pushing, I think I shared it with you. I didn't even know that when you are pushing, you're supposed to push in a certain way. I was just opening my mouth and shouting. And everybody was like, is this how they used to push? And I was like, you did not tell me. It was what I was saying in Hollywood. I was doing for them in the labor room.
Oh my God.
So, a lot of beats, man. It just took me, like, I felt so stupid.
I can imagine.
I felt so stupid. Like, I remember when, like, everybody was like, oh, you have to do this to make your tummy go in. And I had to tie my tummy. I felt like my husband was like, tie your tummy now. It's not this tight tummy. And I'm like, you don't care about me.
But why would we be bothered about tying my... But for me now, I'm not tying my tummy. Okay, though... I'm not tying it because of the method at which I give birth, but I can imagine it will go down on its own, according to what the doctor told me, because I was actually concerned, right? Because my mom was like, I for don't help you press this belly. If it's not that you gave birth to CS, I for deal with this belly when we reach out. I'm like, And I went with my doctor. I'm like, okay, will this tummy go? And she said, yes, it will.
It will.
Just breastfeed.
It will.
Breastfeeding helps. That was all she told me. And It's going down.
And I think because of the I had like tears and I had to do like stitches. I was in so much pain. I was so uncomfortable. The last thing I want to care about is tying my tummy, but I still had to share. But then people are like, tie your tummy. Someone will just come and check me. I'm like, this is your tummy. You're not tying it well. So I finally went to the hospital one time, and doctor was like, the reason why my leg is swollen is because I'm not even tying my tummy.
You see.
And I just because I was tying my tummy too tight and even sleeping. Like I would go to bed and tie my tummy. And so when I woke up one day, my leg was swollen. I couldn't move my legs, and doctor was like, probably that's the issue because blood is not flowing
through your.
And God, I was in so much pain for that first 2 weeks. My mental health was literally non-existent. See, I was in so much pain. Like my baby was the only thing that was giving me joy. Then my husband was just looking to me like one of the enemies that was fashioned against me, weapon that was fashioned against me, because I was not everything he was doing. Everything my husband was doing was pissing me off.
Yes, I hear that happens a lot in postpartum.
My mom was doing was pissing me off. My sisters, like, I was just going off, like snapping at them because I was in so much pain, and I feel like nobody was understanding.
Yes.
Like, you just bring the baby, come and breastfeed, and I'm like, is that how you tell me to breastfeed the baby?
That's your new job.
Come and breastfeed the baby. Like, you people cannot even see that somebody is in pain. The only thing that you care about
is the baby.
And I had valid reasons. So, like, now I'm saying it's like joke, but then for real, I felt like nobody loved me. I wasn't getting enough love.
Yes.
Like, I was getting attention, but I was feeling like it wasn't enough. I wanted more attention. I feel like they could do better. I used to watch movies now. See the way they used to pet
or you watch
women.
TikTok videos.
See the way they pamper. This is not. People are not giving me breakfast in bed. You are telling me to come to the parlor to eat.
And you're making me tie my tummy by force.
Tie my tummy by force. Like, so, not to downplay it. Even what I'm saying is be very, very simple, because I feel like I even had an easier run.
Yeah, than some other people.
Yes, because I didn't have to worry about lactating, which is a major issue that make women like
depressed and sad.
Go into like serious depression because they're not feeding their baby. I was so lucky I did not have to worry about that.
Sorry.
And I didn't even have to like use formula or whatever, because I was just.
You were blessed with.
I was also
lactation.
Blessed with lactation, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I had to worry about like
how you looked.
How I look was not actually an issue for me then, because I wasn't going out that much. But I had to worry about. One thing I was worrying about mostly was my relationship with my husband.
Oh, okay.
In the sense that I felt like he could do more, or I felt like I wanted him to do more.
Okay.
And he wasn't doing more, in the sense that I had my mom with me. And the way I wanted it to be, I wanted it to be something that it was going to be very, very hands-on. Like, oh, I wake up, he's batting the baby, he's changing. My mom was doing most of the thing. And then when I see him relaxing, I would just be upset. Like, yeah, relaxing.
Imagine.
When I did not sleep well at night. Yeah, relaxing. And
I can imagine.
A lot of it was because my head was not in the right place. I just needed to take a break.
Yes.
And it helped us a lot, because I had to go stay with my mom. And it helped me see things. Like, when I now saw the way my sisters, that's my sister, were like helping me, and then I would appreciate it. Then my husband do more than them, and I was not even appreciating him. Then in retrospect, I just started thinking that, I wasn't grateful. Like, but though I couldn't have been, because I was in so much pain. Like, all I wanted him to share in this pain. I didn't like it that he was having it easy.
Yes.
So I was always like grumpy.
And always angry.
I was just grumpy. I was just not in a good place. The house was just too small. And then the only thing that was giving me joy was the baby.
Yes.
I just found like little pockets of joy with my baby.
Yes.
It just made me happy. But when he's away, I'm just sad. I'm just like, because I was in so much pain. Like, and I'd not done it before. Like, I would always say,
so first time mom.
I didn't know what to expect. And I didn't want people in my space, but people were just always in my space, because everybody was coming around to greet the baby. And I didn't want to be waking up, dressing up, going to receive visitor. I didn't want to do all of that. I just wanted to be on my own.
With your husband and your child.
With my husband and my child. That's just what I wanted. I wanted my husband to just be me and my husband. But then when I went to stay with my mom, I started appreciating my husband. Man, this man would wake up and put my water on fire. The water I would drink, because I had to drink hot water.
Hot water,
yes. Like, it was doing so much for me, but then I wasn't valuing it. So well, when I went back, I had time to myself, and then it made things better. We came back, and then I can say we are almost where we started
Used
from.
to, yes.
Yeah, because we still have a baby, so we are still like trying to, every day. We'll get to that. So let me not forget to that. Thank you.
Wow, this has been very, very interactive and amazing. Like,
yes.
Because I understand. I remember when I was pregnant, right? My friend reached out to me and she said, this phase is the easiest, right? Be ready for postpartum. She told me, I pray that you have an amazing postpartum, but then just be prepared for anything. Anything can happen. And I think she also spoke to my husband, and I think that was even on the call. She was telling him, she said, your wife is going to snap a lot. Your wife is going to be angry a lot. Your wife is going to be upset a lot. But try and understand that she's in a phase, right? So I feel like it's the same, especially in that stage of being a new mom. It's even worse for first-time moms who have never done it before, right? So in that phase, I feel like eventually we'll come around it, get to appreciate them. But at that point, you're thinking about how you feel and yourself and how you want to be treated. So I feel it's understandable. And we thank God that at this point, you're where you used to be, right?
Yes,
with your husband.
And it was because we're intentional about it.
You were intentional.
About it, yes.
So you had to be intentional. You didn't just...
Yes. I hope I did not stray from the point. I think we're talking about
No, you didn't.
depression.
Mental health, yes.
Yes, mental health. Yes.
So the next question I'll be posing at you is navigating changes in relationship with partners, friends, and families, because I know that at the stage when you give birth, it's usually difficult to keep up with friendships, keep up with family. In fact, on our family group chat, my dad just reached. My dad calls me Mrs. Colade on our family group. He's like, Mrs. Colade, we know they hear from you again as you don't born. You understand? So he would call me sometimes, and I'm not picking, either because I'm sleeping or I'm just tired, because of course my mom is here, so he feels lonely. So he would reach out to us. Even this morning he chatted us, like, where are you? He said, where is mommy? Where is Mrs. Colade? Where is baby? Why is everybody quiet? You understand? So I understand that sometimes, and some of our friends might feel like, oh, we are straying away from them, we are not as close as we used to be. Even the same with even your partner as well. There might be some sort of detachment. So how did you navigate through all of that? Keeping up with friendships? Because before I even got pregnant or before I gave birth, you already had your baby. But once in a while, we keep it up. Even though sometimes I know I'll send you a message.
Oh my God.
Before you, 2-3 days.
Sometimes I'll be like, I'm so sorry, I'm just picking up my phone. No jokes.
You understand? So like, how are you able to keep up with that, especially with family, with partners, and with friends? Because I know it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yes.
Okay, so with friends, it's not easy because for me, I don't have like a help. So like I'm the only primary carer for my child. Okay. So it's not easy for me. Like my social life is zero. I don't have a social life except when I'm intentional and I have to carry my husband along so that baby would help. Yes. He would help with the baby. Yeah. So I can't remember the last time I went out with friends, just me and friends. I think that would probably be like during the earliest time of my last outing or our last outing was sometime in December, and I was already pregnant. I didn't even know I was pregnant. I don't know if you remember that outing. Yes, in 2022, December 2022. I was already pregnant with friends, most especially with friends. Like the last time I went out, like I was saying, was sometime before I got pregnant, December 2022. Like you reminded me, and that's the last time I went out with friends. You didn't even know you were pregnant. I didn't even know I was pregnant, but I was pregnant, and I thank God we had that outing. I was like kissing my social life goodbye. That was it. Anytime I'm going out now, I have a baby strapped like into your like chest. A handbag, and it's not easy because I don't get to go out as much. But I have like very good people in my circle. They come to visit. My baby is their baby, so they're like, I'm never coming to see you. I'm coming to see my baby. So so I still have to like get to experience them when they're with their little nephew. So with family. Well, family has been my greatest support, my support system. My sisters come around a lot. My in-laws, they try to like help out a lot with the baby. So I get to see them. They're my circle now. I can't run away from family. But the one that is very hard to navigate is with your partner. Because most especially for women, when you have your baby, you totally, somehow you can get so engrossed in bringing up your child and loving your child that you totally neglect your husband.
Oh.
And
Wow.
your husband too makes excuses for you. Oh yeah, she's with the baby. She's and then before you know it, you guys are drifting apart. You don't get to go on dates. You don't get to have like intimate time together because that's just zero. And from the moment you give birth to your husband, some men start seeing you as a different person in the sense that they find excuses for you.
Oh yes.
They do not even try to make
so much
efforts.
on her mind.
Oh,
yes.
should I suggest that we go out on dates? Well, nah, she will be tired. She has the baby. She has this, and they do not make efforts. So, in fact, till now, it's not even about how have you navigated it. It's still something that is still very, very serious because I don't have a nanny. I don't have anybody that I keep my baby with. So when we say we are having a wee time, is me, Kion, and Daddy. There is no special. In fact, when we had an anniversary, we wanted to go out, have like a little getaway. We carried our child.
He was strapped with you.
We carried our child to do our anniversary getaway. Like our child was there. It was very present.
Going nowhere.
When we were like, oh, should we swim? But the baby cannot swim. So we couldn't do any activity. We were just looking for restaurants. When we wanted to eat, we had to start thinking of places that had like children-friendly food.
Oh, yes. And where a child can sit on his own.
Yeah. One thing I would advise parents is if you can get a help, please do. It would really help you because you need that time. You need that time with your partner. Like, if not, it's just going to really, really affect your relationship. Like, it's going to really affect your time with your partner. You guys will not even have, even movie nights, something as simple as just sitting on the sofa to watch a
movie.
You can't even do, except you're doing it in the night. And when you're doing it in the night, you are eating out of your sleep time.
Oh,
and you wake up in the morning grumpy. And they say a happy wife is a happy life, a happy spouse, happy house.
Yes.
So there's no time to even be happy. There's no time to even express joy. Everybody just be grumpy. It's not easy, really. Like, and that was one thing I was also advising. I think we had this newly wedded couple, and they were asking us a question about when is the right time to have a child. And I really don't know. I told them, you guys are just newly wedded, so I would advise you guys take 2 years to build your relationship, build the memories. So when the drought season, the famine, the time come, you have something to look back on and like, remember those days
when we used to.
But if you just, but then again, who am I to decide? Some people get married like really late, and then the window to have children is short, so they just have to do it. So you have to work with what you have.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry. So you have to work with what you have. So even when the child come, you just have to know that, okay, in as much as this is my baby, my husband is still my baby, I have to make time for this person. Like, just people being intentional. And if God blesses you with a spouse that can make time, because your spouse also has work that is dealing with.
Yes.
So you have to just find something that works. If not, it's just going to affect. And then you see people who are 5 years in marriage and they don't have that chemistry. You just see them and you just know that love does not live here.
Love will live in our home in Jesus' name.
Because they're just distant people. They're just living like tenants. There's no chemistry. There's no bond. And why is that so? Because madam is in love with the baby. All her mind is on this baby.
She hardly has
and
time
then
for family, for husband.
And if you have a supportive partner, anyways, let me take it back again. If you have a supportive partner that does not make you do everything, somehow you guys can be bonding while
we are taking care of the baby together.
Yeah, so it's not like you are exhausted doing everything, then your husband is not expecting you to still be intentional and make out
be
time.
A wife.
It can't work. So people just have to be intentional about it. Just know that, okay, once this child comes, whatever effort it is that we're making before, we have to like triple it. We have to, if we're doing date nights every Thursday, now we know that may not be possible, but at least we should try and do it once a month. If we should just try and do something, if we can have a nanny or have the child stay with a family member and then just spend some quality time together. Just talk about, remember why you decided to start a family together.
Before,
just go back to that time when you people were still in love with each other. See, it will help. True. Because the most important relationship to sustain is with your partner. You don't want to don't want the child to become, oh, because of this child, you guys will now
Yes,
drift
we've
apart.
lost
So the child is now no
our
longer a
thing.
blessing. It's now like
we don't want to say a problem, but of course, I
yes,
understand
it's
what
now
you're saying.
causing issues in your marriage because you're so focused on that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for
You're
this
welcome.
point. Oh my
You're
God.
welcome. Mm-hmm.
At least now we understand that we have to make our time. You have to be intentional
Yes.
about navigating relationship, especially with your partner.
Even friends, you still, if you value your friendship so much, you still have to be intentional.
Yes, like you have been with me.
I try. Please don't praise me so much. I don't know if I'm
You
very intentional about it, but you have
and
to,
we're
because
understanding, of course.
yes, your friends will understand, but you know that if your friend is important to you, schedule calls like once in a while, even in the like, oh yeah, how far, baby is fine, good, and your friends too should try also. Your child,
yes, not just push you aside. Oh, she has a child, she's married.
I would have invited you out too, but I didn't know.
I didn't know how your schedule.
And I will follow you. Just invite me first. Let me say no by myself. You know,
Oh
so yes,
God.
just be intentional about it to work out. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Judith. Oh my God. Thank you so much for this point. So the last thing I would like for us to talk on is balancing motherhood and with household chores and and personal responsibilities. Like you mentioned, you don't have a nanny. So I want to believe that when it comes to cleaning the house, when it comes to chores, how do you manage to do all of this? And also your personal responsibility. As a mother, I want to believe you also have things you love to do. You have things you want to do for yourself, right? So how do you balance all of this?
It's not been easy. Okay, so when I had my child, I had help at first. So it wasn't really a living help. The person just comes around the house to clean, and then she comes like twice a week to clean the house. But I still have to do other things. Like,
of course,
I still have to worry about cooking. I still have to worry about picking up and tidying the house before she comes, because we can't just leave the house and wait for her to come. So I still have to worry about that. It was so easy then, and baby was not. I think my baby was not as active as he is now. No. But then we had to let her go like few months. Like, I think when my baby was like nine months, we had to let her go. And then I had to now take up the responsibility of cleaning the house. See, it's not easy. And the reason why I'm still doing it is because I still haven't gotten help. I'm seriously searching for help. It's not easy. I won't even advise anybody. If you can afford it, please. Because when I go to bed, the only thing I'm thinking about is what I'm going to do when I wake up in the morning, or how I'm going to do all the chores. In fact, some nights, once I put my baby to bed, that's when I now clean the house and prep food. And then by the time I'm done, it's already midnight. I'm already tired, and my baby sucks through the night. Oh my God! So
and yet they say sleep when the baby is sleeping.
Okay, well,
how do you do that, please?
Bruh. So I have to, and when I wake up in the morning, I'm so tired. In fact, I think the best thing is to just get a help, because for me, what has worked so far is just, I don't even know what would I even say has worked so far, because it's not even, I'm trying, I'm looking for ways to work. I think the first thing I was doing was I decided that, okay, I will have days, I will just ignore, and then I will have days where I do major chores. Okay. Like laundry, where I
cooking, major food.
I cook in bulk. Weekend. But then I found out that even the days I set aside, those days will be so tiring, because like I still have to look after the baby. Yes, so those days will be
active baby.
My baby is so active, Jesus. The only time he gets to sleep is only when he's sleeping. In fact, like any day that I do not have my bath before my baby wakes up, that day is ruined, because I just have to. And once I don't have my bath, I feel like I've not done anything. Like I just feel grumpy. I just feel like,
yes, you feel you've not achieved anything, because there's something that comes with having a
you just feel like, yes, my day has started. So that day I would just be waiting for my husband to come back. And when my husband come back, I'm like, over to you. And my husband too is coming back, he's tired, and he's like, please, can I just have my personal time? And everybody's just, man. So if you can get a help, please do. Because when my help was there, I was like, what is this woman even doing? No, I
can do it. Just like I am right now. My husband has been saying, let's get a help. I'm like, what do we need help for in this small house?
That's the thing.
What do we need a help
because
for?
Even if you don't get a living help, if you don't get a living help and you get someone who just keeps coming, although it will reduce the workload, but this work is still there. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let's get a living help. That was why I was telling the man, okay, don't worry, don't come again. We'll get a living help. So now I recently delved like full time into skincare, and I imagine somebody that is not
Skincare
having time to have their bath. Skincare. You see me 12 in the midnight. My husband will be like, what are you doing? I'll just be because that's the only time I can use.
Oh my goodness!
I'm doing my skincare, and
Please, now that baby is sleeping, let me do my skincare.
And he's like, oh, you're not going anywhere. To work while I'm sleeping.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like everything I have to do, I have to think it twice. Like before my baby came, I was working with my husband. So as soon as I got pregnant, like towards when my pregnancy started to show full time, I had to like stop working and all of that. And it's not been easy going back to work, like because
true.
Then now I'm like, okay, let me just try checking for jobs that I can do, but I still have to consider my time, my baby.
Yes.
So I don't know. I feel like before people have children, plan it. Plan it very well. What they would say, how much can you plan? But plan your life, like know what and what
you can do.
And be able to afford. The children are expensive, because getting a help that would not cost you trouble. You don't want to employ somebody who is a child.
Yes.
You are looking for somebody. You don't want to do child labor. You want somebody who is old enough to take care of your child
and who would love your child and take care of your child well.
Yeah, is that even the thing? You are bringing a child to come and take care of your child, and the child doesn't even know what to do when your baby is choking, because what will she do if you're not there? So you have to bring somebody who is old enough to know what to do, like who can take care of you.
Mature.
Yes. So, man, it's not easy. Really, it's not easy. Like the trust is killing me. Thank God my husband once in a while he helps, but it's not even that domesticated. So there's a limit to what he can do. It doesn't have so it's just me, and I'm such a perfectionist in the sense that I want things to be
well done.
Every day I make sure, but now if you come to my house, I say I will even buy a baby on board and put on my door, so anybody that enters the house,
then anyhow you
know that there's a baby in this house, because you will see spoon, yeah. My child doesn't even eat by himself. He wants to be eating by himself. So I may never remember that he has splashed oats on the wall. Maybe it's 2 days later, I'll just see the oats. So if you see it like that, remove your face. There's a baby in this house. I'm looking for my cup. He's under the chair. McLean, how many toothpastes have we bought? This boy
keeps getting missing.
You get. So, my day in my house, if you even ask me, where is this thing? Kian? Where is it? My husband was telling me the other day, our remote. I said, see, don't worry, it's somewhere in the house. I've not just had time to check.
To look for it.
It's somewhere in the house.
Oh
so
my
I'll
God.
put baby on board. So, anyhow you see the house,
just accept it.
Just
I have a boy, God. Should I be preparing myself?
Oh my God, please prepare yourself.
Please.
Prepare yourself. See, I used to say we'll do gentle parenting. Whenever my husband is shouting, I'll tell him, I'll say, don't shout on this boy. They say if you shout on children, they become aggressive and they start shouting back. But that child, you can't do gentle parenting with that child. There are some children, their personality, you know that you can do gentle parenting.
Oh my God.
You can't do gentle parenting with that boy at all.
Same gentle parenting.
That one is not a gentle child. They say it's easier to do gentle parenting. No, but it's an active child. So that's a sign of a healthy child.
Yes, actually child. It is.
Don't bother yourself. People who have OCD, I wonder how they will do. They just need to get help, because I will clean the house. Now, okay, my house is very clean now this Saturday. I know this morning is very, very clean as I was leaving the house. I know that as I'm going back,
it's a disaster.
And I'm prepared. I'm not even going to let it bother me. I'm just going to be very happy because my child is active and healthy. That's a sign of it active. I'm not even going to let it bother me. On Sunday, I'll go to church. When I come back in the evening, if I have the energy, I will clean it.
If not, till the next day.
Till Monday, anybody that is bothered. In fact,
please help us clean it if you're bothered.
Presently, I'm trying to potty train my child. Yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm not going to wear you. My baby is almost 1 year, by the way.
Oh, yes.
So I was like, I'm not going to wear you Pampers. I'm going to potty train you. See, I was just mopping pee. The guy would just open his leg, pee in one corner, and move away. I said, Visitor, I didn't even see one of the pee. I was doing something. I just came out and I said, why is this ground slippery? I was like, hey! This boy has peed here. Today as I was leaving the house, I just wear the boy Pampers because his daddy cannot even deal.
He cannot even deal with it. It's over.
He can't. I just wear him Pampers as I was leaving the house today. I said, come, wear your Pampers. When I come on Monday, we'll go again. See,
Oh my
I changed the sheets because I didn't even know. I just put this boy on the bed. Now, the boy has peed on bed. I said, now, wow, our rain is falling.
yes.
Oh my God.
I know when rain falls, right? You tend to pee more.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I've noticed it. When you're cold, you tend to pee more than when. So I think that might also be.
Thank God. Number 2, he makes a face, so I know how to put him on the pole.
Oh, okay.
But that number 1, you
okay.
And if you don't follow up, so imagine if someone comes to my house now
and just steps on pee. Oh my God.
I'm not even bothered. See, if you want to come to my house, tell me before you come. In fact, I'm not even taking visitor.
Baby on board sticker, just post it. I'm not even taking.
I'm potty training, so I'm not taking visitors.
Okay,
now.
Okay.
I'm not, but I still have visitors coming in next week. I don't know how I would do.
Don't worry. Before then, just give him time. Before then, do
you know how many months they used to potty train children? I've been potty training these boys since 4 months.
Are you serious?
Yes, I have. Like once it was 4 months, I started putting him on the pool.
Are you serious?
Yes. No. So what I do is I teach him how to time his number 2.
Are you serious?
Yes. So when he wakes up immediately, he knows what.
So I might start.
Yes, from 4 months. Yeah, from 4 months. Once he can sit, he starts sitting on the pool. For baby girls, I think from 3 months. Because baby girls sits earlier
than boys. Wow.
So they start sitting on the pool. So it's like a routine.
To pool, right?
So they'll pee and poo in the pool. So it's like a routine. You're building a routine. So they know that in the morning when they wake up, the next thing to do before they have their bath,
you put them there. Oh,
but
wow.
Still, I was thinking that it would just enter his head. And you know that when I want to pee,
now so you enter your head.
People used to tell me things. So they'll say, their baby will just go and bring poo and sit down on top. They give
because
them
of
sign.
what? I don't understand. Anyways, kids are
once,
different.
Maybe once he gets like 1 year, 3 months, he will probably start. Because he's doing a lot of things. Now he can blow kisses. He can do kisses.
That's a smart brain. You expect it not to be active. Please prepare your mind.
It's too active. So that chores, I would just advise, if you can get help, please do. Because the work is going to be so much for you. Oh my God. Especially when you are a homemaker.
Oh yes.
You know, they say women are homemakers.
Yeah.
Not all women though.
Yeah.
And it's
we have the career ones. We have the ones that have their personal businesses.
And it's okay. So when you're a homemaker, you know that you have to care for your husband
and your child and the house.
You have to take care of the house and do everything. If God blesses you with a spouse that is domesticated, then you have a help.
Yes.
So like I think I met someone who was telling me that the way our husband cleans the house, our husband can wake up in the morning until 4 p.m. He's cleaning every corner of the house because it's just his thing.
That's my husband too.
Oh, yes. It's just his thing. Yeah, and it's beautiful, it's good. But there are people who are not like that. People who do not have that, except you're like, oh, please help me with this. Some people, it just comes to them naturally. So that way, half of the chore, you don't have to worry about cleaning
and doing all of that.
It's not your business. Or maybe what you're just concerned about is food.
And taking care of the baby.
Yes. And if you do not have someone who doesn't have the luxury of that time also.
That's another problem.
Yes, time. You just get a help. If you cannot afford it, my sister, ask God for strength. See, I've done 2 months now without a help, and every day I wake up, I'm thinking of running away from that house. I'm like, should I just pack my bags? What am I even doing here?
Oh my God!
I'm still looking for. I will get a help by God's grace. Very soon. I'll get a help. And if I don't get a help, that boy, once he clocks 1 year, he's going to start school. He's going to start.
You put him in crèche.
Yeah.
Crèche. I mean, is it daycare? He's past daycare. It's crèche.
You should go and be learning ABCD there. I don't even care because I can't lose my mind. Like, I'm still a growing child. I have somebody's baby also. There was a time in my life that my mommy was the one doing everything for me. True. And this time I'm telling you about is just how many years ago. It's not even too far.
It's not too far. Not true.
So please, they should not kill me for my mommy. Thank you.
Oh my God, it's been an amazing session. Oh my God, Judith, this was an amazing one. Like, I learned a lot. At least now I know that once my baby is 4 months, I start to potty train him. I've learned that, and I've learned a whole lot of other things. And in fact, I don't know what else to say, but it's been an amazing one. And I want to say, I hope you also enjoyed this yourself. I hope after watching all of this, you understand that you're not alone. You're able to relate with some of the things we have spoken about, and also learn one or two ways you can help yourself, help your home, help your child, as well as help your husband. And also for the husband, you can also see how you can help your wife as well. So this is the Raising and Thriving podcast, and feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Feel free to follow us on social media platforms, and we hope we're able to help you through the journey of pregnancy, motherhood, and postpartum, as well as every other thing that has to do with being a parent and being a wife. So thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, and have an amazing day. Bye.